Hello, Bame Farm fans. It is probably rather noisy right now for you guys, and for me too. There's a lot of grain being moved behind us. It's April 26th, and it's about time to get corn moved out of here. Highs for corn usually happen in April, and then sometime in about August or so, but I don't want to keep corn that long. So I got it running out. This wagon's a little over halfway full. Conveniently, it fits mostly underneath this auger. Now let's go explore what's happening at the other bin as we're loading in. Now as we walk over here, I got corn in 2 bins. So I might as well load 2 wagons at a time instead of waiting on one and waiting on the other. So I got 2 going right now. Now let's take a peek, see what's going on inside this wagon. What is that? There's corn just flying at us. Isn't it so pretty and yellow? Well, let's take a better look at that contraption we got going on the other end. So making lots of noise for us, we have the handy harvest handle elevator going at it. It's fairly watertight, keeping the corn in. I can't expect it to be perfect, so I rigged up a chute. Unfortunately, that is not high enough to get into a wagon that I want to take to the elevator, or I don't have an empty wagon short enough. I did load somebody's wagon. They came here and bought corn. Their wagon was short enough just to fit underneath that, so we got lucky. Yes, I got a little chute, the elevator taking it up. We'll see how long it takes. Oh, it might take an hour or so to load each wagon, but having 2 going at a time, it's not bad. Hopefully when I get that end bin fixed, that'll have a 6-inch auger coming out, sort of like this one does. Not the door, but coming straight up out of the bin. It'll be tall enough to put a wagon underneath, and we shouldn't have to do too much shoveling. Like, it's gonna be higher than that auger, so that we can get the wagon closer underneath. Which, you know, hopefully you'll see that as that unfolds this summer. I gotta get that bin fixed. So if anybody knows of grain bin floors, anything for grain bin floors, I'll piece anything together. That's what's going to happen to that, but I'm going to have 2 different style hole patterns going, but this bin needs a floor too. So I'm working on that one first. This one has corn. Hopefully I can get it done, but at least get another bin where I can use it. This one I can half use, that one I can't do squat with. Well, as we go along loading here, I'll probably show you guys the run to the elevator also. How do you like your eggs? How about scrambled? Well, it's the morning after, and let's see if the 29 has enough, probably ass, to get this thing up the hill. It's got enough ponies. Well, we're already spinning, that's a good start. That or we'll just rip the bumper off the front. But what's really gonna get us is a hill behind me next to the calf hutches. We're already spinning, so I don't know if this is gonna work out. You can see we're spinning there, lock the differential. Oh yeah. The tires weren't cut for pulling like this. Well, I'll call it there. All hooked up, ready to go. Tractor's fueled. Wagons are loaded. Yep, there is corn. If you're not about overflowing, it's not worth the trip, right? Might as well maximize the trip since we're going 18 miles. Yeehaw. I'm just waiting for that truck, which, luckily, right behind the elevator is the BMV title office, so I'm going to take care of that while we're there. Well, let's roll out. It's a nice spring day. I'd almost want to go cabless, just because Woo, let's hit the road. Don't want that flying open. Now people have asked this many times. Why do I slap the throttle? Because A, it is a long reach, and B, all the power for that's coming from my shoulder a long way from the muscle, and it's stiff. So by the time I build up enough force, all of a sudden it'll break loose and move more than I want it to. So this way I can somewhat gently increase the RPM. For speed. Well, we're almost here. Last quarter mile. I'm too used to bringing beans. They take beans a couple blocks back. I usually don't have to drive through the center of town like this. This is a totally different feeling. I can't wait until they repave the main road to get here. That was supposed to happen last year. Man, it's atrocious. Like the Romans could build roads that lasted hundreds of years, and we can't build roads nowadays that last more than, say, 5. Well, this is it. We are here. Woo! Try not to blow a tire. Ooh, come on, you can do it. Yeehaw, pull up on the scale, get weighed, and then unload. Had to drop the duals because the scale is right here, right close to the building, so I wouldn't have been able to bring the duals along with me. Hey, do-to-do. Might as well pull all the way up. We're there. Let's go get a weight. Okay. Well, we got weighed and moisture tested. That was a delightful little adventure, actually. Well, good thing I'm getting rid of them now because I need to get the corn out of my sight. We'll review the ticket after we dump. Yes, we will review the ticket after we dump. Because, well, it wasn't any too dry, to put it that way, which I kind of knew that going in. Let's see how well we can line this up. The first wagon's not bad. The back wagon will be fun because it unloads the other way. And I've never dumped into this pit. I usually dump into the further down pit. Okay, here we are. Time to unload, hopefully. Okay, we are empty. Time to pull around and get weighed and then get on our way. Oh, we're back at it. I'm taking the truck today. Unfortunately, with the tractor the last time out, the camera had some issues, or my fat fingers had some issues, and when I thought it was recording, it just took a picture and wasn't recording the whole bit I had looking at the last weigh ticket. So when we get the weigh tickets today, I'll try to make sure that the camera is recording video this time instead of just taking a picture. Yeah, I missed some good footage pulling around the elevator and getting repositioned, and the weigh ticket, unfortunately. And I made a pit stop. I went to get the... Well, I got the title transferred to my name finally for the big white truck. And now I gotta get license plates. Well, unfortunately I have to get it weighed. Yeah, they need to wait for a truck that big. So that was a delightful surprise. Well, not really. So I'm probably gonna take the box off and get it as light as possible before it's weighed. Just that way everything's in my favor in case somebody decides they want to try to weigh the truck fully loaded with corn. Oh yeah, here's a fun hill. It's not too bad. We got creeper gear and we can get moving. So maybe that's the next post-rainy day thing that we can't plan, is to get the box off the truck. Of course, I have thought about, since the box is on it, I just put fertilizer in it and put off the whole project of putting a grain bed on it until after planting. And that way the fertilizer's on it, I can take it to the field, except I still don't have a weight to get a license plate for it. And the other question is, will a grain body be lighter or heavier than the box? There's no point in claiming that it weighs more than it does if it could be lighter with a grain box on it instead of, you know, the enclosed box truck box. Okay, well, we're moving down the road pretty comfortably. I will see you guys when we get to the elevator, unless something more interesting comes along on our trip. a lovely pit. It's gigantic. These two grates here fill the same pit, which is rather convenient. Supposedly can hold a semi-load, which, seeing as it's not high grain season, I've been left to my own to dump the corn in the pit. So there's plenty of room here. Well, almost empty. Have to shake it out. Well, while I was away delivering the last load, I had Dad set up the wagon and start loading it. I guess I'll try for a third trip today. I got pretty far on this one. But as you can see, there's no belt there. And I mean, the belt has some age on it. That's not surprising. Got pretty close. Almost got to the point where we gotta move again and start doing lots of shoveling to even off the load. So, hopefully he's having good luck finding a belt, because, well, my truck's not here, so it means he took my truck to go find a belt. Well, we're done with this little bit of grain hauling. We're back. We did 3 loads today. We averaged around 280, 275 bushels per trip between filling the truck and a gravity wagon. Now, I'm going to take a closer look here. This was probably the best ticket. Test weight was a little low, but that's pretty survivable compared to the dockage for moisture. So low test weight is fine. High moisture, that's a little harder to overcome. These are all a lot better than the load I took Friday with the tractor. That tested 18.5, and that's the bit of video that I lost showing that ticket. They tested 18.5. Ended up being 420 bushel after adjustments. Yeah. My dry corn when I harvested in the second bin wasn't as dry as I thought. But it's doing okay, but the goal is to get it out of here soon. This is probably the worst load of the day at 18. No dockage for test weight. But, you know, a little high on the moisture there. Good news is, price of grain, or price of corn went up like 4 pennies today, or it was up 4 pennies last check. They've got an hour left of trading for things to go downhill, so I think we got a good chance, you know, it'll turn out in our favor at least. So yeah, until next time with more action, probably not hauling grain. Good chance we're planting sweet corn here shortly. Make a stab on the 1st of May. Planting some sweet corn, so hopefully by the second week of July, July, that's a long ways off, that we'll have some sweet corn to sell. So we'll see you later.